What's going on, world? I go by the name of CA Revolution, and this is another episode of React. I won't be long, but I will be strong. I want to tell you this. I want to remind you. I want to inform you. I want to educate you, enlighten you, or just kick this game to you. You are not a has-been. Freaking. You are not a has-been. Before I even get far into the video, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because this is going to be real good. I got something solid for you this time. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're not a has-been. I want to tell you the story about an older guy who I was really close to when I was coming up. This older guy was influential to me, very, very liked in the community, so forth and so on. Of course, friends and enemies both. And they used to always tell me stories about when, he was in high school. He used to always tell me stories about when he was in high school, how he was the man and he had all of this stuff going on. All these people liked him, loved him, reverenced him, would make ways for him. I'm a young OG in the game. I'm coming up. I'm looking at that as a possible trajectory. This is where I could be. And when I first started hearing the stories, I was like, man, I can't wait to be like that. I can't wait to be able to flex my muscle, or you know what I mean? Like, hey, have my shirt out and the crowd going wild and people loving you, and everywhere you go, somebody know you, ladies throwing themselves at you, because that's how he said he was. I believe him because that's what he said, right? And everybody else actually, they confirmed that. So they tell him, they tell me how great he was. He tells me how great he was. And when I was in middle school, I was looking forward to getting to high school because I would maybe be able to model some of my game off of what the OG told me to do. So I'm thinking about it to get there. So, man, didn't happen the way I thought it would because I didn't have the confidence that he had. Straight up. So then I get through high school and he's telling me the same stories. He's telling me the same stories about how he was in high school. I graduated already. Dropped out of college. He's telling me these same stories. Went back to college. Got my associate's degree. He's telling me these same stories. And eventually I had to ask him, do you have any more stories? And that's what I want to talk to you about. You're not a has-been. You're not a has-been. Listen to what I'm telling you. A lot of times we reflect on the prime of our life back then when we had such and such going on. But I want to encourage you because that can be a dangerous thing. Living in the past of when things were a certain kind of way. Those things are gone. That version of you doesn't exist anymore. Those pictures, those videos, they captured a moment, but that moment has passed. It could be long overdue or it could be just finished. Let's maybe take a couple more moments to celebrate it. Hey, congratulations, that's what's up. Woo! But let's go ahead and move on to the next chapter in our life. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. But listen, they don't see it. It probably wasn't meant for them to see by now. I'm just saying, I don't know what you got going on in your life. I know for me, certain things like, if you didn't see or feel like you should have invested or feel like you should have done something with the potential that I have or with the actions that I have, if you missed it then, which is like more recently, then it might not be for you. And I know I made a video before, and it was saying how you have to stretch yourself beyond your comfort. You have to stretch yourself beyond your friends and family, looking for them to be your main support group. Those are not always the people who's going to be the most supportive to you. The most supportive people for you and to you, you haven't met. They haven't seen you in person before. They haven't heard you. They haven't tasted your food. They haven't seen your business idea. So that's why it's important to get it out and get it out and get it out. And so I want to say you're not a has-been. The ideas you have, the stories, the success stories that you had before, those are good for when they were, but now I want to introduce you to another concept. That concept is that there is no time like right now. Right now is the most powerful moment you will ever have in your life, because just like I said, now and it passed, I don't know if now is going to come to me in the future. So the only thing I have is the present moment. And so when I say you're not a has-been, it's because you're right now. Has is a past thing. You understand what I'm saying? For you to have had something, it means that you had it and it's gone now, right? So that story that you had, that success story, that failure story, that horror story, that old testimony, all of that stuff is gone. And now, what are you going to do? I want to encourage the now version of you to reawaken to who you are now. I want to encourage the now version of you to tap yourself, to shake yourself, to awaken, to reawaken. I want to encourage that version of you because that is the most powerful version you could ever have. You can't guarantee the future. You can't change the past. But in your now moment, you can always change what's going on. You can embrace this moment. You can be in this moment. You can love this moment. You can live in this moment. You can cherish this moment. You can be grateful in this moment right now. So I want to encourage you to understand and recognize you're not a has-been, you're a now is. And listen to this, you're also a something that's coming. I do think that comment was worth a like. You should hit the like button now. Okay? You're not a has-been, you are a now is, and you're something that's coming. People haven't heard the best of you yet. They haven't seen the best of you yet. They haven't experienced the best of you yet. And that's for you to display and you to share with the world. I want to encourage you to not live on your past testimony, not live on your past success stories, not live on your past failures, not live on your past hopes or your past dreams. I want to encourage you to be the now version of who you are, and I encourage you to invite the better version, the future version of who you are. The best is yet to come for you. And if you get stuck in what you were back then you're going to get left behind, and even the future is going to pass you by. Even the future is going to pass you by, and it's going to do it if you don't cherish your now moment and invite your future to be your present. I believe in you. Thank you for watching. Listen, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm looking forward to the next time I get to encourage you. Thank you. This has been another episode of React. Peace.